biodiversity is really hidden in Hong Kong, even if it's present, and that's why not many people are aware of it. Also, because many people live in the city more than in the new territories, you don't have a really strong conscience of like protecting nature. Sustainability is a new thing now in Hong Kong, but it's more a broad idea of okay, we try to limit the climate change, but it's like a broad scale idea. Like climate change is the entire world. We do our job in Hong Kong, but not many people are aware of what is biodiversity. There was a study in 2017, like trying to pick randomly people and ask them about biodiversity and if they feel concerned about it, and only 15% of the people.
15%. Yes, 15%.
Yes,
okay.
15% was only like knowing what is really biodiversity. So, which is a bit like scary in a way, because if we want to protect nature, in general, when you want to protect something, you need to know it, because if you don't know it, you cannot care. So the first thing is we need to educate people about nature, and that's how we can help.
And then geographically in Hong Kong, I know that there are some areas maybe in Hong Kong that are more seriously under threat, I guess, to on the biodiversity. Can you tell us a little bit more?
We can take the example of Lantau. Lantau is great, it's large, and it has a lot of cover of nature to protect species. But at the same time, we know that there is a lot of reclamation process to build more land around the airport or things like this. So even if you have projects like the Nature Conservancy doing the oyster project around the airport to rebuild a bit of biodiversity in the marine ecology, you still have a lot of threats. And because once when you reclaim the land, you're destroying the environment around, because you pollute with the construction, you pollute with the sound also, because when the city is built and the people are living around, you're making noise and light that will push further on the island the animals. So the territory of the biodiversity slowly shrink actually, and people sometimes are not conscious about it. They are just, oh, it's a new residence, or it's a new airport. But it's having actually a bigger impact, because you have, as I said, the pollution and everything, and the noise that will really destroy, like all the mangrove typically in Lantau. That is really small area in Hong Kong, and we need to protect them. They are becoming really, really threatened, and now we know that we have the northern metropolis construction in all the new territories. So this is also a big challenge in the coming years.
So what can we do? What can you do?
The best way is education. The best way is to target, in my perspective, is to target young parents and kids. And that's a good thing in Hong Kong. We have a lot of education groups and outdoor groups that start to teach kids about wildlife. So this is good, because kids are the future. So if when you're 5 or 6 years old, it's the same thing than me when I was introducing myself. If you start to be really loving nature, you're more prone to protect it. If you grow up until 15, 20 years old and you never heard about the animals in Hong Kong, it's a bit difficult to grasp the idea and to be like, okay, every weekend I will join, a volunteering group to protect them. There is people that we have those people, and it's nice that join. For example, when you go hiking in Sai Kung, you see, people depolluting, collecting plastic. This is already something, and Hong Kong is moving slowly but surely. But so that's why I think education is the base of everything in conservation.
Sounds good. So take your kid outside to explore, to hike, and to see when they're little, and hopefully they will have more awareness to
learn, and then you can care. And if you care, you are happy.
Perfect. So tell me, what are you working on currently? Any interesting project or hobbies that you'd like to share with us apart from biology?
Well, in terms of research, I'm working with Lingnan University.
Okay.
There is a group working on the newts, so they are small amphibians that during twice a year, during the month of April and October, they will cross the road for migration, because they need to move from the forest to the river for different reproduction and feeding process. The problem is that when they cross the road in Hong Kong, there is a lot of traffic, and they die sometimes per hundreds of newts in one day. Yes, and so but we didn't have the numbers. We knew it was a concern in Hong Kong, but no one did really a research about it. So last year they started a volunteering program, which I participated during my PhD, and we collected those samples to know, and to count what was the impact of roads on road kills. and we find out that there is actually a lot of newt dying every
what do
every
we
year,
do?
especially if we compare to other species. So now that's what we are trying to think. I'm working with the team to analyze like the research that we are doing and try to understand what is the main cause of making the newts die. If it's only the car or if it's also linked to the weather. And if we know how to limit the impact on the newts, we can really protect the population. So for now, we are
Wow.
still debating how to do the best.
Fascinating. And what do you do apart from that at the weekends? I hear you're a runner, a hiker, and what about your
Yes, I just
photography?
started running last year with the impulse of other people here because hike is a big thing and I love hiking, but I didn't start running before. But I'm not sure it's really my thing.
Okay.
I won a prize in Taiwan, but I went to Vietnam a couple of times for ultra marathon, but yeah, it's not really. So I think the running part will stay away from me, but the hiking will definitely continue, especially in Hong Kong. We have such nice view on the hikes, and that's why also it's really easy for people in Hong Kong, I think, to love nature because you just need to hike 1 hour and you have a good view on the sea or on the forest. And yeah, in hobbies, I do wildlife photography mostly. Now the season is starting with the good weather, so hopefully at night we can spot a lot of biodiversity. And people actually can do this as well, not on their own because sometimes you can get lost even. Hong Kong is small, but if you're not experienced in hiking, I won't recommend it, especially if you encounter snakes. But you can join tours like Canary Farm. They have night tours, a couple of times a month, I think.
Okay.
And you can walk with them during the night, and they will spot you animals. So yeah, you can also learn at night. So I do
Cool.
it on my own because I know what I'm doing. But yeah, for young people or for parents, it's